Hola back, essays. This is Jordan. We got our friend Ricardo here. You want to say something to the people?
Yeah, Mexicans speak like that all over the world. No, my name is Ricardo. I'm from Peru. Yeah.
Which part of Mexico is that in?
It's the biggest part of Mexico.
Okay.
No, it's not. South America, by Brazil. Anyways.
Okay.
So like the Amazon jungle.
Yeah.
Which is part of Mexico?
Shut up.
Of course, we got Wesley here.
Yup.
And today, well, first off, I want to say we got some good news from Elgato. They're going to exchange our device. Of course, they always could pull a bullshit move if I return it and they're like, oh, wait, technically it's your fault because I look at it and like the device was black and it's not the quite type of black that we gave it to you in. But I don't think they're going to do that because they're really cool. I don't even have proof of purchase or receipt or anything. And they're like, it's all right, we'll still go on with it. So that is super cool. Big props to that company. Of course, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. But if it does, we should have it up and running by next weekend. But we wanted to talk about something else today. Wesley, you want to start on that?
You know how, actually, this topic we're about to talk about today could potentially tip the balance of gender. So, you know how the guys, the males, the strong men, whatever, are supposed to, what?
Kratos.
And huge jacked man. Huge jacked.
Huge jackman.
Huge jacked, because he's super jacked. How you're supposed to be manly and like, go after the girls you like, right? Or whatever. Well, guess what? Today we're gonna talk about why don't girls ask the guy out? So instead of guys going around like, what should I ask? What should I do to ask this girl out? We have girls asking, damn, like, how should I ask this dude out? So what are your thoughts on that, guys?
About time, if that ever happens. But would it happen? Does it happen?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm proposing whether or not this is a good idea.
Like,
or
Ricardo, as a gay man, do you ever get pissed because you're like, oh no, the gay man should ask out the gay man, not like the gay man ask out the gay man? Does that like piss you off?
That's the same bullshit. It's just like, you know what? Actually, it's really fucking confusing at the time. Who's gonna pay the tab? Who's the girl? I don't know. But the point is that someone has to pay at the end of the day. I just think that, when it comes to this type of shit, like, I mean, we all gotta switch up, right?
This is the 21st century.
It couldn't hurt for a woman to pay the tab every once in a while. What's the big deal? What's wrong with that? I mean, it doesn't make you any less of a guy, or her more of a woman, or vice versa. I don't know. I mean, why not? Would you be okay with a girl paying for your tab?
I would be okay with anybody paying for it. I don't pay for my own shit ever.
Yeah.
I got Subway gift cards.
Honestly, it's not.
That's
even
true. He has many Subway gift cards.
It's not even about who's paying what. It's about the idea of
yeah, like
you don't really see many. I don't, because I never experienced it. Like you don't see many girls who goes after dudes. You don't really see that. You don't really hear that.
And if they do, they're probably lesbian.
Or they do, people call them bad names.
No.
If they do, people probably call them bad names. So
could you give an example of one of those names?
I'm not going to. I'm sorry. I will write in the description all caps everywhere. But it's just frustrating because first of all, I am not gonna ask another girl out ever. Unless I'm 100% sure she would say, "Fuck yeah!" and I'd be like, "JK, you're ugly." Fuck.
This is why girls want you out.
And
maybe it's not gender balances. Maybe it's just you suck.
Yeah, you could also make that argument. But if you take a step back and look at society, this is what we see a lot of times. So.
But, I mean, let's analyze the thing. Why is it that things go this way? Why is it that the guy pays for the tab?
I don't even want to get into a big...
We're getting too deep here. No. Let's stay on the surface.
You guys should know I'm going to be a gender studies major. So if I see any comments at all, they're like, oh, yeah, you stupid feminist bullcrap. I will not only block you, I will call NASA and send you to Mars.
I want to go to Mars.
Okay.
Feminist is stupid. Send me there. Send me there! Yeah, so... I mean, honestly,
what?
Oh shit!
Honestly,
tell him, cuz.
We should start a Kickstarter called what's that? Ask that dude out.
But
But
Hashtag.
so what do we do with the money we get?
So what we do with the money we get is
We bribe a bunch of girls to ask guys out.
No, we bribe a bunch of girls to ask me out, and I feel better about myself. But
that
honestly,
sounds like a fundraiser.
honestly, it's fun. Man.
Hashtag GoFund Wesley.
Honestly, it's a good change of pace. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna sit there and then eat my lunch, and all of a sudden a girl comes up and be like, hey, I'm trying to Mac. It's like, hey, my Mac game is like 12 levels deep, and how much does a polar bear weigh? And I'm like, polar bears are dead because of global warming. And she's like, you broke the ice. I'm like, yeah, here's my number.
I don't think that's how. I think you're supposed to ask.
I don't ask.
What kind of dates you go on to?
No, it's not a date. It's not a date.
I feel like it's like a pickup line, but like I feel like you told it backwards.
I did.
Like she started something, then you made that. Anyways, I mean, I'd be interested to get some females' opinions on this too. If we have any, if we have any women watching this video, I mean, obviously being a woman is difficult in its own right. But for you, is it more stressful that feeling like a guy that you can't ask a guy out, or are you like relaxed, like I don't have to ask anybody out? Because I can see on the one hand, as a guy, you don't really have to worry about girls asking you out, like in terms of maybe girls you don't like. You don't have to worry about that, because most girls wait for guys to make the first move. Yeah. But by the same token, so maybe as a girl, you're like, oh shit, this ugly guy's gonna ask me out. But by the same token, you don't have to worry, or maybe you do worry. Maybe you want to ask guys out, but you feel stigmatized. So I'd be interested to hear your opinions, or anybody's opinions on the matter, unless.
Or I guess if you're a guy and you could worry about an ugly girl asking you out, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't. You don't have to worry about people you don't like
Yeah.
asking you out, because you don't have to worry about anybody asking you out.
Like, if you are a lady and honestly you feel stigmatized about asking a guy, by all means, don't. I mean, if anything, I assure you the guys find that.
Oh, don't
high.
feel stigmatized.
Don't.
I thought you were saying don't ask him out.
No. Do not feel stigmatized. If anything, I'm positive that a guy would appreciate that. I mean, it's such a turn on when a woman is more. How should I put
Ricardo, you're
upfront.
gay.
Yes, well, there's still points of view that I have balanced.
what is like a 700-pound full-grown gorilla female asks you out?
That's what you call.
Hey, King Kong,
Mate with me
mate
now.
with my like.
That's what you call audacity.
8-pound vagina, like.
God damn it! Why do we have 2 minutes left of gameplay?
I mean, hey.
I mean, if you like it, go for it, right? That's the way.
What if they don't like it?
Then
I feel bad.
Fucking run.
Do I need to be a huge jacked man?
huge jack man.
Oh god. Also, by the way, if you haven't figured it out by now, if you're still watching, this is Titanfall gameplay that I recorded a couple months ago. Not gonna talk about that. Obviously, we're talking about other random bullshit. What about you, Ricardo? There's 2 minutes left, so not like a huge time for topic, but finding love as a gay man. Like, what are any?
Hard as fuck. But you know what? It's not.
Do you feel like you have to act extra gay to like show people?
You know what? It's everyone tries to fit you in a box. Like everyone wants you to act in a way, and if you don't act in a certain way, they don't see it. It's kind of like you can't be too settled. Then again, you can't be too upfront about it. You just gotta be yourself. That's the way I see it. Everyone should be themselves. Yeah. Like and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you attract, is whatever you attract.
Yeah.
So